The liberal agenda has taken over. I mean, take these guys at PTR Radio just to look at these basement dwellers. Two fat guys, and someone who thinks he's a freaking monkey. The end is near, folks.
And now back to just a great podcast. I mean, a really great bunch of guys, just the biggest and best stars on the podcast scene.
And now back to PTR Radio with Mike the Ape Man, Shaggy, and Colin. These three guys should really come with a warning label, maybe like for rectal use only. Feel my body, drink my wine.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of PTR Radio here on the fabulous interweb. It's another Tuesday because Monday was busy. And Mike, I think you probably needed a day to rest anyway.
I need days to rest, yeah.
Because Mike had some surgery.
Did I send you? Well, no. The picture was up on Facebook. So let me grab it off of there, unless you want to go try and grab it. But yeah, short story is Mike cracked a tooth down to the root, or down to the jaw, and had to have an extraction done on Wednesday, and it took 90 minutes for the dentist to get that one tooth out of my mouth, which was not fun. And then putting the bone graft in, and 20-something stitches to hold the membrane in place to keep the graft in place, or the grafting material in place. So yeah, it has been a hell of a week. And as I told my boss, however, I do plan on being back on the ice on Friday.
Yeah, it was the week of the just to say, this is not. Yeah, here, that's not makeup. I did have a black eye. It's starting to fade now.
Yeah.
Who you fighting, man?
Yeah.
Gravity. I fainted, and when I woke up, I had the black. Well,
yeah. For those curious, there's
basically I had the black eye from it.
There's Mike's tooth. Yeah. It's a nice crack.
Oh yeah. The fun part was it really didn't hurt when it was in my mouth, cracked like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was the next day when it started to finally actually hurt, when I knew that the tooth was going to have to be extracted.
Yeah. Yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
All right. So now we've talked about my injury. We've talked about Colin's injury. What did you do to yourself?
I don't know that.
Give in to peer pressure.
I haven't hurt myself. But I guess if you could count butt hurt, that may be how I hurt myself. I don't know. I'm curious about something. I want to know if I'm overreacting on something or not.
Okay, I like this game. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's our version of Am I the A-hole? All right. So you guys know I did tech work for the church that I go to. Okay. Now, a while ago, probably like 6 months ago, they said, hey, we know you're really busy. So rather than you having to take care of the network at church, we've contracted a company. Oh, okay, that's your prerogative. Whatever. And the way that I found out some of that was I go in one day and a bunch of the switches that I'd installed have been replaced.
Oh.
Yeah. So I let that one kind of go. Whatever. But Sunday I go in. Well, actually, I get a text message in the morning because I also put in their security cameras and everything. And I get a call, and I'm usually the first person they call when security cameras aren't working. I get a call from the head of security on Sunday going, hey, the monitor in our security room isn't working. I can't see any of the cameras. And so I'm like, okay, well, listen, I'm not going to be there till second service this time, but I'll take a look in between services and I'll tell you what I find out. Well, come to find out, they replaced the whole server that manages the cameras. Nobody told me, nobody talked to me. So I went back out and I told the guy, I'm like, well, I guess they don't want me involved in it anymore. Cause, nobody conveyed anything to me. So I'm sorry, I can't help you. And then I get a message from one of the ministers today saying, hey, a couple of the cameras are out. And I'm like, listen, I meant to email you yesterday. You guys, somebody replaced the server that deals with all of the cameras. And don't mean to sound short or anything, but if you guys don't want me involved in your cameras, you could have just told me. According to everything I have, my remote app doesn't connect anymore. My remote monitoring doesn't work. That's not my server. So my hands are tied. I can't help you. And, sorry if you didn't like what I was doing. But there was other ways you could have told me.
And what was the response?
I sent that at 8:30 this morning, and I haven't gotten a response yet.
So
am I overreacting? If you went into some place and they just replaced hardware, how would you take it?
A couple of questions. First of all, one, what happened to the hardware that you installed?
Don't have a clue.
Did you pay for the hardware that you installed?
No, the church, I bought it. The church reimbursed, so it's their hardware.
Okay. That's fair. It doesn't make the way the situation was handled any better, in my opinion. But at least it's less that you were taken advantage of. Maybe.
It's kind of it's the opposite. Let's take it at face value of what they were doing from a good side, which is to say, let's not freeload on someone who's been helping us. Here's this thing, we'll make it official that we're paying people to do it thing. Now, if you're going to do that, maybe you should involve the person who was doing it, who you don't want to freeload off of, to make sure that there's a handoff. And if you are the company who is taking this contract, you definitely want a handoff. You would like to know, hey, what is this? How is it configured? How do we not break things when we replace it?
Well,
those are both things that could happen.
And not only that, but maybe tell the people that are using it, hey, this is your new support person.
Well, that also, but my thing is they could have given you, if they wanted to turn it into a paying gig, they could have given you right of refusal.
Yeah.
Since you had already set it up.
Yeah, so
I don't think you are the a-hole here. It was handled from what we're hearing, this part that we've heard, it was handled poorly. I would be pissed. I wouldn't be as calm as you. There might be goats involved. Might make a call to Emil Muzz and have them show up, with their goat, the sheep leggings and stuff.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I mean,
but that's just me because I'm kind of spiteful like that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like,
But see, here's the other side of that too, Shaggy, is that if you're still going to be a parishioner at the church, then it puts you in an even more awkward situation.
Yeah.
So now you have to look because I know my personality, and anytime it would you better not tell me anything is getting messed up around me. I'll be like, oh. That never happened before.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's there's other things that have happened exactly like this where people have made changes on crap that I set up and then things don't work and I'm like, I think I probably told you that was going to happen And even though it didn't happen right away, it still happened eventually. So, there's a reason why I do things the way I do them. So, and it may seem weird to you, but I don't know, it's 25 years experience, young whippersnapper.
I'm going to use that one at work tomorrow, possibly. There's a reason I do things the way I do them, and 9 times out of 10, that reason traces back to peyote.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask this question. So, the switches they replaced your switches with, are they any good?
They're good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to argue that like the switches they put in aren't good. My only thing is they're overkill. I mean, they are like super overkill. And I as a parishioner, I don't like money being spent that we don't need to spend. That's the thing is, why have $1,000 switch when a $200 switch will do the same thing? Especially when you need like 10 switches. So that's my only thing. There was, and the whole reason why is so that this company can remotely monitor them and remotely do all this stuff, and that we don't need. A dumb switch will just work, and will just work for years and years and years and years. And so, and maybe that's just my mindset of don't waste the customer's money, which doesn't translate to most other companies. Most other companies go, well, it's a cost of doing business. They can just spend whatever I tell them they have to spend. But silly I'm looking to save money.
They're upselling features that aren't needed.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen.
And I know that's...
And unfortunately, that's about all I can say about that one, because I'll get myself in trouble.
Yeah, so, I mean, I get where they're coming from, and I'm not going to... And like I said, I'm not going to call their stuff junk. They picked good stuff. They just picked stuff I wouldn't have picked, because it's got its features that they don't need. So, but, yeah, anyway, so that was my thing, is, I'm a little butthurt, but that's about it.
Yep. You haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
To say you'd be in the wrong anyway. You at the moment you're like, oh, your cameras aren't working. Well, they're not plugged into anything because the stuff that was plugged into is taken out, and I don't have access to any of this stuff that's there now, so I can't help you.
Yeah, and it's like
that's,
I'm just like, my hands are tied. Can't help you.
Maybe you weren't the person who did it. Maybe somebody else made this decision, but I am no longer allowed to help. So
yeah.
That's
not my trapeze, so not my circus.
Yeah,
I guess I don't know,
but send me else. Who it is that is doing it separately, just so I'm curious.
I do want to talk about something that seems like it is a failure on the company's side. I put this into our whitelist. A man was going through a car wash, and the car wash failed to look inside the bed of this man's truck and see if what he was carrying might cause a problem in their car wash.
So let me tell you something. As someone who worked at a car wash and was the guy that pushed the button to send the car, I cannot tell you how many times I had to turn customers in pickups away because there was a sign that said pickup beds must be empty before entering car wash.
Yep.
No debris, no sticks, no tools, no tires, no wire.
No people. There was a radio
Ironically,
station.
people never was part of it, but
There was a radio station around here that used to love to send their junior producer through the car wash in the bed of a truck. So, but yeah, this guy went through a car wash with a roll of steel cabling in the back, high tensile steel spindle wire in the back of his truck. And yeah, it didn't do so well.
That is not a whoops. Okay, that is.
Yes.
This is something out of Mad Max because it got tangled around the flippy washy thing that goes up the front of the next car.
I can't
so
imagine.
it essentially turned. Oh my God! Just stop and think about like when
have
you put.
Have you ever used a
heavy
wire
sweatshirt
brush to clean off like a steel? Like I used a wire brush on my drill to clean rust off of like metal furniture. That's what this is.
No, actually, this is what I'm thinking of. Just think about how this is going to sound. So, this. Have you ever put like a heavy sweatshirt into your dryer? One that has like the heavy metal zipper and has like the metal Flugen jobbers on the end of the hoodie lace, and you hear them banging around. Picture that by about 3,000.
Yeah.
Because this wrapped around and is whipping around everything and hitting the cars. You have just created the world's biggest paint stripper, and I do not want to think about what kind of damages this caused. The hydraulics probably got all screwed up. All of those chamois have to be replaced, and it got on the sides too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if there had been somebody in the bay? What that would have done if there had been someone, a body
around, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, technically, if that's a facility where you're in the vehicles, you kind of were.
Well, yeah,
So
but at least the vehicle gave you
hoping that
some
the,
like protection.
yeah,
But
some
imagine
protection.
if somebody was
Yeah.
like standing to the side.
No, they'd be dead.
Yeah.
I mean, depending how fast
Hey.
that thing's spinning.
That would be something
Yeah.
like out of a Saw movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so there's a comment there. Someone said, shouldn't a car wash employee have noticed it and stopped it? I'm like, I don't know how it is around your neck of the woods in the land of you can't even put gas in your own vehicle, but around here, the nearest employee to a lot of these car washes is across the entire parking lot to the actual one guy standing there running the cash register at
I mean, there's a guy who checks you in way before you get to the entrance, and then usually there's the pre-wash guy there with the wand before you go into the tunnel.
I tell you, but we have a lot of automatic car washes.
Yeah,
around
we
here.
have.
There's just nobody there.
Yeah, we do have some of those, and I would bet that those would definitely be more prone to this than anything else.
So
You
the
know.
automatic car washes around here are few and far between, but they are single car bays with no conveyor belt. So you pull in and everything moves around your car. Most of them are high pressure touchless type things with no anything around here.
Yeah, I think I'm
This
not
one,
sure.
anything with a chain like this has an attendant.
Yeah, I'm not
Meaning
sure.
there's somebody up front, and typically, honestly, most of the ones in Jersey, that guy not only is taking the money and pushing the button, but he also will take the manual brush and clean off the back. Possibly throw what I used to do. I used to have to throw a piece of duct tape on any rear wipers
Oh,
to make sure that they didn't get caught.
never had to do that. It's a good idea, though.
That's a new one. But
Considering we can see the second vehicle behind, I'm willing to guess this is one that there should have been at least one employee there.
Yeah.
doing
I'm trying to
that
remember
preset
because like
stuff.
the only one I know is at the Honda dealership here, and that's that isn't a one car at a time self service, and I can't remember if that one is because like most of them that are yeah.
There's the one.
I don't know if
at
there's
the corner for White Oaks Plaza. It's the Thorntons there. I know that's an extra long automatic one.
yeah,
that
but I
has
think
dual
it's still
attendant.
I think it's just one at a time though. I think the door closes.
I
As soon as one
don't.
car
I
enters,
haven't
yeah.
used it. I just know that it's longer than the usual single person ones.
But
So-
but I'll tell you what though, that if it's not a dispensary, it's a car wash around here. Those are the two things that we build the best. Every time a building goes up, it's car wash or dispensary. That's the
Or
game
every
that
time
we
a building
play.
goes down, it's being replaced by one of those two things.
Yeah. So car wash, dispensary, or soon to be reclosed restaurant, because we're pretty good at building restaurants that last about 3 months and then close back down. So
Yep.
those are great too. But
And now
Yeah.
they're turning into
We-
U-Haul storage places too.
oh
That's the other
yeah,
big thing jumping up a lot.
that's the third option is U-Haul self storage.
Well, and see, we have the thing that going on around here where the same storefront will be 4 different pizza places within 2 years' time.
Oh.
Like, pizza is not. You can't really screw that up that bad that having a new owner is going to change things.
We just
I mean,
we rotate owners on Chinese places here. There's a place down by my house that has been the different Chinese place probably 6 times. They just keep rotating owners. Right now,
You
it's a
wanna
place
know-
called the Ugly Duck. Who wants to go to a place for Chinese called the Ugly Duck?
You want to know how many Chinese food places are within 15 minutes of my house? I'm not even lying. And there's a 2-part question. And how many of them are sit down? Okay. The first, there's at least 2 dozen, of which none of them are actually sit down. Because I don't count the one booth that was ripped out of an old McDonald's from 1970. I don't count that booth that's in the front where you're waiting for your plastic bag or paper bag in the plastic bag.
We have a
That
couple.
doesn't count.
We have quite a few sit-down places that are, Japanese Chinese.
I'm also not talking about the all you can eat like buffet, like teppanyaki type things.
Well, we have one. Well, we used to have a good Chinese buffet. They closed. Now we've got another one that I haven't been to. I haven't been to Funkido to see if that's any good or not. Yeah, it's got
Yeah, I
a
haven't-
kids play place in it, so that's why it's.
But it
fun.
sounds fun kiddo.
Yeah. So.
I haven't been to a Chinese buffet, Well, I haven't been to a buffet in years, but
I went to the one by my house that I can't remember now. But yeah, I went there the other day for breakfast. It wasn't too bad. But I went there
Yep.
before everybody got there. So, okay. We give
oh, wait, before we go on,
Yeah.
before we go on, we need to do a bit of family advertising.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I heard that you have a published author now in your family, and
Yes.
we haven't, scheduled an interview yet.
We can definitely do that.
So, because anytime we have a, celebrity, we should schedule an interview because we don't have that many of them that we're related to. So, I think that we should have another, who knows? He could sell ones of books by being on our show. But
That's very
yes, tell us about your new, literary connection.
Yeah, so it's a book you can get on Amazon. It's on Kindle Unlimited, and it's also available as a paperback. You can just buy it as a Kindle book too. It's Awakening: The Fractured Book 1 by Brian Boatman. So that's boat as in Bodie McBoatface and man. Brian's self-explanatory. So Brian Boatman.
Mm-hmm. Is he looking for someone to voice the audiobook version? Because Mike's available.
No idea.
That would go over like a lead balloon.
What? I think you do just fine.
No, because the problem is that I'm pretty sure anything that's a Kindle Unlimited book is going to have to go through something that's accepted by Audible, which probably means it's someone who has a guild card.
Mike could have a guild card.
I mean, like a SAG card.
Shaggy, you're missing the major point, though.
What?
That this author's agent would never stand for this.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe. Well, evidently you're in good with the publishing agent, the promotions agent. So,
Okay.
So, yeah. The fracture happened without warning. One moment he was living an ordinary life. Next, his senses exploded into something beyond human limits. Yeah, that sounds like, interesting, compelling reading. Sorry.
Oh, the bugs have returned.
Yes.
It is warm.
So, anyway, yes. So that looks like interesting, but yeah, we could get him on the show at one point. It is and ask him how many books there's going to be. Because it sounds, since it says book 1, I assume there are more books.
Yes, he has written more books. I don't remember the exact count of how many books he's into it so far, but the more books in the series have already been written before the first one was released.
All right. But I do want to get to this story here, because normally we are very critical of airlines. Normally. The last time an airline made a good decision, I can't honestly remember. But there is finally a good rule that United Airlines has put into place. And I wish...
Don't fly United Airlines.
I wish that this rule would be extended to more places. If we could get this enacted in more locations, I would be perfectly fine with it. United Airlines is taking steps to limit noise in its planes' cabins while still allowing travelers to use their personal electronic devices. United amended its so-called contract of carriage, which outlines the carrier's rules and policies to require that all passengers wear headphones while listening to devices.
You mean United didn't do that before?
Evidently. The airline also said it reserves the right to remove anyone who doesn't comply with the new rule and potentially ban them from flying on United in the future. Which I think we can all say we've experienced this in one way, shape, or form somewhere. Maybe not necessarily on an airplane. But have you ever been to, a store that ends in Mart? And, down the aisle comes somebody just holding their phone, playing music out loud. Just blasting at top volume some garbage that you'd rather not listen to.
Or, why, honey, what do you think? Should I get tomatoes or should I get carrots? Or what should I get? If you need to FaceTime to make your selections while you are at the store, they have classes for you that you can possibly use. Maybe even a YouTube video that you could study ahead of time. I feel like we need the guy from the Progressive commercials, like "Don't be your parents."
Yeah, don't be your
to
dad.
teach people how to shop. Yeah.
Yeah. There are so many places where I want this rule. I want to be able to make people leave if they are on their phone on speaker or, playing something on speaker where they should be on. I don't even mind people wearing big bulky headsets like this at Walmart if I don't have to listen to their crap. All right? That's fine. I don't want to hear it.
When I see the people at work wearing the big bulky headsets like that walking around, usually they're younger, they won't make eye contact, and I have to assume that I don't know their pronouns.
Just assume it's they, them. I just go with you. That's what the pronoun is you.
Hey, you in the red top.
Yeah.
I like throwing out stuff like home slice. Because they don't know what that means.
Home skillet.
Home skillet. Sometimes even shizzle my nizzle.
Oh.
And they don't, and they're just like, what's a nizzle?
Kids today.
But why is it? No, it's not the kids. Because the people who I always see with their speakers on their phones blasting full speed as they text to other people with their mouths are old.
Well, okay, that is true also. That is fair.
It's like, why are you text chatting to each other vocally? Just call them.
Here's another one. Yo dog. That's another one you can add to your list, Mike.
I could.
Or chum, pal, bro. Broski. That would be a good one. Brochacho.
Brochacho.
Compadre.
Amigo. Mm-hmm. You can't even. Actually, you can't. You gotta be careful with that one too.
Yeah.
Listen, McLovin, do me a favor.
Broseph.
Can't use that one. Broseph.
Mm-hmm.
Broseph Payelis.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I have found out that it's like calling him ET doesn't work either. You can't do that to him.
No.
Like, here, hold this, ET. You can't. No, that's not allowed. Frowned upon.
Oh. So not this show, but next show we also have a taste test that we're going to be doing.
Yeah, it was supposed to happen this show, but good old tooth number 13 decided it didn't want to be in my mouth no more. So someone sent me this stuff. And I don't know what to make of it. I don't have it in front of me, so I can't even show you the bottle. But we've talked about it on this show before. And I don't know if a listener sent it to me or a coworker or what, but mallort.
Is it Jepson's mallort?
Yes, Jepson's mallort. It's a 6-pack of little 50 milliliter bottles, which is more than one shot.
I got the same thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Why you got airplane bottles that are more than one shot?
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently there's something like the tradition is you're supposed to drink that and then follow it up with an old style. Is this true?
I don't
that's
know.
the Chicago greeting or something like that. That's what it's called. Old style being a regional Pabst Blue Ribbon type beer.
Let's see here. Chicago. It's called a Chicago handshake.
Chicago handshake.
It's a long-standing tradition of combining a shot of Jeppson's Mallort with an old-style lager.
Why you all have so many liquors and beers and stuff that I can't get here? Because I try. After I heard that one, I was like, well, if we're going to do this, we got to do it right. And I asked my guy about old style, and he's like, huh? So, I don't know. I may have to just settle. Supposedly, it's similar to Pabst. I may have to just get a can of Pabst to do it that way. But when I read the description for Mallort, I don't like the fact that it says it combines hints of wormwood. Do I now? Isn't that like...
It's what's in absinthe?
Like a cousin of absinthe? Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
We can get
is this technically... No, hold on. So is this technically a liqueur or a hallucinogenic?
Well, why does it have to be one or the other? Why can't it be both?
Because I need to know if I need to take the next day off.
Okay, but
you know how
technically it's liqueur. It's liqueur.
Okay.
Here's the thing, though.
So
here's the really stupid thing. They have a Mallort advent calendar.
God damn, that's some terrible days up till Christmas. Why do you hate yourself?
So it's an advent calendar. It has 25 slots in it, and every single slot is a bottle of Mallort. It isn't like different flavors of Mallort. It's like, I wonder what flavor of Mallort I'm going to have today. No, it's the same Mallort every single day.
Well,
there's only one flavor of Mallort. Jeppson's makes a whiskey too, I think, but there's only one flavor of Mallort. So, to Colin's point,
Yes.
25. I think that is the backstory of how Bad Santa came to be Bad Santa. Because Thurman Merman's advent calendar actually was a Mallort advent calendar.
actually, there's original Jeppson's Mallort. There's barrel-aged Jeppson's Mallort. There is
lipstick on the pig.
Smoked Jeppson's Mallort, which you can get either
Goes
smoked
great with ribs,
hickory, cherry, or applewood. So yes, there are different ones. Oh yeah.
Oh wait, did you? Okay,
well,
the slogan for this product.
Go ahead.
Have you seen the slogan, Mike?
No.
The slogan is the slogan for Mallort is "Do not enjoy, period, responsibly, period."
Well, here's a good thing. All right, Mike. The good thing is Mallort is used to help with combat digestive worms and other parasites, gut parasites. So you're drinking to your health. You'll be worm free.
I'm not believing that, but okay.
Yeah. It's widely accepted that reports of hallucinogenic effects of absinthe were attributed to the poisonous adulterants being added to the cheaper types of Mallort, not Jeppson's Mallort. So you're good.
So what you're telling me is I have top shelf Mallort, which is essentially still crap.
Well, it depends. Do you like the taste of anise?
Of what?
Anise.
Spell it.
Anise.
I thought you were trying to be funny.
No.
I really did.
Nope. Otherwise,
as in star anise, kinda. Not anise.
No, it's like black licorice.
That sounds like the Swedish chef
Hurdy,
word
hurdy, my
for
lord.
some.
So-
my lord, they're going to go up on this. No.
So I just found a cocktail recipe. that
Yeah, I know.
someone
I
came
was
up with.
I was looking up
Malort.
them. By the way, Mike,
God.
do you can get Old Milwaukee in New Jersey, right? It's an alternative.
I don't.
old
I don't
style?
know if I can get that legally. I don't.
So this cocktail, we don't have the ingredients for this cocktail. Okay.
What do you mean we don't
There's
have
only-
the ingredients?
There are 2 places in the world that I know of that would have the ingredients for this cocktail, and we are not currently at either one. I am often at one of those 2 places. It's called the Beverlort. So it is 2 ounces of Beverly, 2 ounces of Malort, and a dash of pumpkin spice.
Wait a second. Beverly. Hold on. I've seen that here.
No, you have not seen that here.
Okay.
The 2 places in the world that you can get Beverly are Disney World and the World of Coca-Cola in Georgia.
Oh, okay, that Beverly.
No.
Sorry.
No.
All right.
So you hold on. Malort exists at Disney World.
No, Beverly does. You would have to bring your own Malort.
BYOM.
I feel like that is going to get you put into Disney jail.
No, you would have to go to the Coca-Cola place at Disney Springs. Get your Beverly there, and then take it somewhere else, and then put your cocktail together.
That is incredibly complicated just to make a drink.
But it'd be an infamous drink because Beverly
Wow.
is the soda equivalent of Malort.
You can also get it at the World of Coca-Cola in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, that's the second place you can get it.
Disney.
So, all right. So it sounds to me. So it sounds like the goal here is to find the nastiest thing possible to mix the Malort with, which at this point I'm starting to think Red Bull.
Well, okay, here are popular Malort cocktail recipes. There's a Malort
And
high.
do we really want to go through this right now? Because we do have a review we got to get to, and there is a dangerous rabbit hole of how we're going to kill ourselves in 2 weeks drinking this.
I'll just go through a quick.
And
couple.
by we, I mean, by how we are going to kill ourselves, I mean you and I, because Colin has already said he cannot drink.
Right.
So,
Well, there's a Malort
Yeah.
highball, which includes tequila. There's a hard sell, which includes gin and elderflower liqueur, both of which I actually have. And I've been wondering how I'm going to use that elderflower liqueur. There's a spritz. That's a way you can get Mrs. 8-Man to drink it. All women.
ginger beer
Yeah.
to make a Malort mule.
There's a bitter and sweet, which uses sweet vermouth. So, there are definitely some Malorty cocktails that we can try.
Oh, this is a lie. Here's a YouTube video. 3 Malort cocktails that are actually delicious. You lie, stop.
Yeah.
Just stop it.
Oh, all right. So we'll look up a few that we want to try. All right. But we do need to get to the review for tonight. So tonight, we review a movie which I do believe I probably put on the list.
I don't believe there's any question about that.
Well, I seriously doubt Colin put it on the list. Let's put it that way. All right. So it is National Lampoon's Barely Legal from 2003. This is and I'm on for the synopsis for tonight. So it's about 3 male high school students who decided to make money selling pornographic videos in the hopes of gaining both women and standing amongst their peers. The film was also known as After School Special. So I will tell you, the beginning of this movie starts out very slow. All right. You do need to sit through this movie, though, because it does get progressively better. If you are a fan of the Porkies, the American Pies, the Revenge of the Nerds, that type of movies, there are plenty of full frontal shots enough, or at least topless shots enough to keep your interest up. All right. There's your typical high school dynamics. There are some interesting, side points with who they pick to put on the website and how it affects his life, who they pick to put the company name under, how it affects his life, and everything that goes into it. There's high school bullying in this film. There's the girl that you couldn't have. There's all kinds of things like that in this movie. There's not a ton of well-known names in this movie, unless you count Tom Arnold, who does a few cameo spots as the dad of one of the three main characters. All right. But the one thing that kept getting into my head during the whole movie, every time they said the character's name Naomi, was the American Pie film Naomi is Imone backwards. And I don't know why that kept just popping into my head, but now anytime I hear the word Naomi, I just think of the American Pie line, that's Imone backwards. So that just kept popping in for no good reason whatsoever. I do love the idea of the fake IDs, that they made themselves from Hawaii, and the line of, why are you all three dressed like you're Don Ho? And the concept of people from Cleveland go to Hawaii for vacation, so why wouldn't people from Hawaii come to Cleveland on vacation? And for some reason, that same logic worked with their competing porno company. I don't know why that worked, and why they decided to cast somebody, why the competing porno company guy looked so much like Ron Jeremy. I'm sure there was a nod to that somehow, but it was just
definitely, that's no question.
It was pretty hilarious. So anyway, this film has definitely some funny points in it. I don't think I know how much it cost to make, but the film definitely bombed at the box office, only making $83,439. So this is a 90-minute, boob movie. That's all it is. It's just a frat com without the frat. That's what it is. Okay. Like I said, it's got some. If Mr. Skin watched this, he would have trouble keeping up with all of the flashes that you get to see. So I was mildly entertained by it. I'm going to give it a smirk. Not the best that I've ever seen. The story leaves something to be desired, but overall, for the time, I think they got away with a lot. Because this is after the PC movement, so I'll give it a smirk. All right, Colin, we'll let you go next, and Mike can do cleanup.
After the PC movement, it's like they were using Macs before. Wait, it's just not. Just no. That's right. Anyway, yeah, the movie's crap, but that's beside the point. Here's my thing. Why did they feel the need to keep saying their ages over and over again, when technically speaking, none of them were legal? I mean, the main character is 16, and then he has his birthday. He's now 17. and they're running around school showing naked women, and you're like, what were they thinking? Because, nobody who's under 18 could legally be on screen doing that. So, given that, yes, we know this was an actual National Lampoon thing, so it actually was legal. Why did they have to keep mentioning their ages over and over again? It seems like if they had just ignored the entire concept of age, then it wouldn't have been an issue. Instead, they harped on it. That's one thing that bugged me. It's like, no, it's long established. I do not connect with these kinds of school era movies because they have absolutely nothing to do with any aspect of my school years. There are other movies that do feel more like real life, but these movies, I just can't. No. College age fun. Give me Animal House, Revenge of the Nerds, any of those. You move it to they're in a college, and then I don't have any problem with that. But doing these kinds of things in the high school era, I cannot get into it. I'm going to give this. Beyond that, it's not terribly shot or anything. So I guess Verp.
All right. And Mike.
All right, listen. 3 minutes and 39 seconds into this movie, we now know why Shaggy would have been forced to the front on this one, whether he was up in the rotation or not. Wait, what? Snapping the bean in between classes in the high school bathroom. I am not laying mental odds on whether Colin taps out on this movie or not, because I know this is not his kind of movie, and this is not my kind of movie. This movie, 10 minutes in, and I'm wondering how the hell they got Amy Smart to be in this movie. I mean, I get how they got Horatio Sands. He gets to play National Lampoon's version of Ron Jeremy. The porn sites and the net nanny sure looks like... Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Any of you... thank you that none of you bastards made a joke about the ape man and the monkey scene at the zoo, because there would have been consequences. The fact that this movie was made in 2003 explains a lot about the tone, and we know that this movie can never be made today. And, of course, there had to be an Asian stripper. There's always an Asian stripper in the 2000s. That's needed for DEI purposes. Pair that with the USA bikini, and we practically got the United Nations here at the bar. Skipping forward, I'm noticing the dated parts of this movie, like the Bartles and James wine coolers that appear everywhere. If you don't know what those are, you're probably up past your bedtime right now. Real porn stars come in and threaten the kids. We get a subplot from the girl next door, and this movie does it way, way worse. See, National Lampoon's output in the early 2000s had become a brand stamp for low-effort sex comedies, and Barely Legal is a textbook example of this. The plot exists mostly just to string together scenes of nudity and juvenile gag. The movie treats teenage life as a series of horny impulses rather than a period of insecurity, friendship, and identity formation. Do you see how I sound when I don't drink during these reviews? So, puke to shnikes. I struggled with this one. I mean, so my legit rating on our puke to shnikes scale is a verb. But here's my problem. We, long ago, said that we have a distinct scale for a specific type of movie because the plot is very formulaic and very predictable and doesn't stray. And those were asylum movies. And we said that any movie that was an asylum movie that we reviewed basically got the rating of asylum. So this... True. Right? actually has it fits the asylum mold to an extent.
Uh-huh.
And I would propose that this be rated on its own scale, which is a scale of 1, and the rating would be Shaggy. Y'all don't like me when I'm sober, do you?
Now you need to drink more.
Oh, you're just making total sense. You're over there spitting facts.
So yes, I gave it a verb on our regular scale, but I do question.
Nah, I got it.
So all right, so who was up next? So I'm on deck for this one, and it's 1 to 40.
All right. Let's see what the good old random number generator gives us. 32.
32. Okay. Oh, this could be. Might not be bad. Huh. The producer of American Pie presents a hilarious look at what happens when 2 mid-level sales associates are demoted to the company secretary pool. Starring David Cross and Sean Astin. This is on Amazon Prime. It's called Demoted. So this is this has the potential to be within a Shaggy type movie, but
I don't know that we'd get that with Sean Astin. I wouldn't think.
David Cross, Sean Astin, Michael Vartan, Ron White. So maybe, I don't know. It's not going to be as bad, I'm sure.
Content advisor: crude sexual conduct, language, flashing lights, and strobing patterns might affect photosensitive viewers. Interesting.
What's the name of this thing again?
Demoted.
All right. Well, it got 3.6 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
How bad could it be?
Not bad. Not bad. 5.3 on IMDb. It's from 2012, so.
Yeah. All right.
Okie dokie. Well, that's what we'll be watching for the next show. Okie dokie. So, with that said, our next show is going to be on the 23rd. So March 23rd is our next regularly scheduled program. Like I said, we'll be doing a taste test on that night. So, feel free to tune in, chime along. If you want to get some mallort, you can visit your local, liquor place, and you can, tell us what you think of it, and, join the crew. So.
I have a feeling that this is either going to be the best thing or worst thing that's ever happened to me on this show.
I guarantee it's not the best.
Well,
it's going to be the most meh or worst. Those are going to be the two options.
Yep.
So.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. But yes, so looking forward to seeing everybody on that show, and then we'll go from there. So with that said, not really a whole lot else going on. Don't forget to tell your friends about the show. PTRradio.com is our website, at PTR Radio on all of the social media channels. Mike posted most recently on our Facebook feed, I think, and I think I was even involved in that one. So
yeah, we didn't cover that one, so we'll give it a little more time. Maybe we'll bump it up for the next show, and we'll see if we can get a little more responses.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Nice little poll. So yeah, we'll definitely do that. And who knows? Maybe we'll do a game next time too. So make sure you let everybody know we love games. We haven't done games in a little while, so we'll do that. So all right, everybody, that's it for this show. Though I'm Shaggy.
I'm Colin.
I am Mike the Ape Man.
Stick a fork in us, folks. We are done. Later.